Today, well, I'm recording it a day early, but today is Sunday, January 25th, and our moon is half waxing in Taurus, moving towards a full moon in about a week's time. And I hope that you can feel smoke medicine through the screen. I have this beautiful piece of selenite here with me. I love how you can see through it and then also see some reflections and see some of the impurities and the way that the view is not crystal clear, and yet it still is magnificent. I have Rebecca Campbell's Ancient Stones Oracle with me here, and I'm gonna pull cards from this deck for today. I am looking out at a beautiful landscape ahead of me. We've had like crazily little snow this winter so far, which feels totally bizarre, but you know, it is what it is. I have been thinking about sharing a video of how to use a pendulum, so I'm gonna maybe work on that when this is done. Have you used a pendulum before? When I first started pulling cards, I really didn't trust like myself to just pull them the way that I do now in these soul messages. But yeah, so when I first started playing with cards like this, I would use a pendulum. Like that's how I began. So I'm curious if you all also like to use pendulums or not. Let's quiet in and feel here. I'm also curious for you. I know not as many people listen to these longer messages as you do, as I have listeners for the short mini version. But I'm curious if you are wanting more teaching, instruction, knowledge about pulling oracle cards and reading them, or if you just enjoy that I do it, or yeah, I'm curious for you. If that's something you're curious to learn more about, that maybe I should do some sort of a workshop on. I have been having this idea of doing, and maybe I'm gonna start it this tomorrow at 10:10 of showing up live on Instagram. Wow, showing up live at 10:10 a.m. for just 10 minutes and showing up to what is, whether I decide to, I was like, well, I could like teach something, or I could do question and answer. I could show up and teach some sort of like a practice to just, or I could just sit there and be love. Like I thought I had this vision of like, what would it be like if a bunch of us at the same time, so it would be like 10:10 Pacific time, which is like 1:10 Eastern time, and other times all over the world, right? But like, what if there were a group of us once a week, along with the cycle of the moon, that we could sit and just like be love in our bodies and be love out to the rest of the world, and how healing that might feel. Because I know even when I just sit in my own practice of being love, even for 5 minutes, when the 5 minutes is up, I just feel so much lighter and brighter and hopeful. And like, what if we could emanate love and share that with the world? And even if there was just a few of us, even if it's just me, but I would love if maybe some of you would want to join me in that and just take 10 minutes to be love with one another, and to share that also with all the other beings and creatures of the world. So let me know. Okay, let's pull one more card here. I'm trying to pull them up higher where you can see them more easily. The Sanctuary. Wow. Okay, so fun. I feel like, didn't this one come up like last week or week before or something? It totally did. Live the question. Curiosity, open your mind. So again, I feel like we're in just like time of expansion, this 2026. So we're going to be moving into the year of the fire horse soon. We're not there quite yet because it happens on the Lunar New Year. So it's the second new moon of 2026, which happens in February. But I feel like we as a population, as a species, as a collective, old things are falling away, right? Like old patterns, old ways of doing things. And some of us are seeing that there are okay, there's like 100 ways, right? Like what am I trying to say? There's so many different ways to do one thing. There's not just one right way to do a thing. But also, like, have you been feeling curious? Like, are there ways of thinking, ways of doing that have been opening up for you? Possibilities that you've never thought of before. Ways of interacting with the world or with like money has been one of mine recently. Like, what if I spoke to money differently? How would that change the way that I interaction with the fluency, the currency of money? So if you're feeling called to explore something new, even if it feels foreign to you, maybe you don't fully agree or believe in a thing, but you're feeling curious about it, I encourage you to just go down the rabbit hole just a little bit, explore just a little, and see and feel and know in your being. And I trust you. Like, if you go down this path and you're like, oh, actually, no, and you back out and you're like, for sure, that's not what I want to do or how I want to be in the world or whatever it is, that you will also do that. Because I've spoken about this with like boundaries. Like, we actually don't know exactly where a boundary is sometimes until we cross it, until we push past it. And that person says, oh, this is my boundary, but it's invisible potentially before then. So try exploring a little bit. I was going to try and keep this under 10 minutes. It's already 8 minutes, so it's not happening. But next week, I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes just because it's easier to publish and post and all the things. Unfortunately, that's just the nature. Scrying. Trust your visions and intuition. Yeah, so what visions are being impressed upon you now? When you sit in silence and reach out through your mind to spirit, through your heart, through your soul, what visions is she sharing with you? What is Mama Earth showing you, the great Ma? What seeds need to be planted now so that you can harvest them in the future? Take some time to get quiet and trust what's coming through in those quiet moments. I'm feeling it, people. The future, I feel the future is going to be like a sanctuary, harmonious. There's going to be love and joy and balance, and we're going to feel contented potentially. I feel like it has to do also with us doing some of this work, right? But like, you're going to feel in the future, I feel, this is the vision that I'm receiving, is that in the future, we're going to feel so much more harmony and balance within ourselves, with the people around us, and with the full earth and the stars and the cosmos, right? Because they're all a part of us. We also come from the cosmos. So I'm going to end it here for now. Just remember to live into the question, trust your intuition, and look towards the sanctuary of a harmonious future. Sending you all so much love. Mwah!